Hey guys, to make sure you keep getting great content from us, definitely hit subscribe and consider leaving us a nice review. It helps us know how we can improve the show and helps us to find a larger audience.
Hello again and welcome to the BitHut Podcast. I'm Thaddeus.
And I'm Dan.
And this is episode 14. Today we're going to talk a little bit about our reactions to the Little Mermaid casting and Mario Maker 2.
And then we're going to close off with our thoughts on Bloodst. We both beat it.
Yeah, our final thoughts. We talked about it last time, but now we've both beaten the game.
We're going to close this book, put it on the shelf.
Yes, this 4-year saga.
Thaddeus' Kickstarter copy finally came in.
Yeah, it was like another half week afterwards.
Did you beat it before your Kickstarter?
No, I had like a couple days left, so like I got it. Like I put it in. I put my own CD in and then beat the game. Technically beat it on that, and to the game's credit, they had like a shit ton of features that they'd be doing as like stretch goals.
Oh, are they gonna do like the
Shovel Knight kind of thing where so it'll be like another 5 years of different other things. Because Shovel Knight came out 5 years ago, and they still haven't. They're just coming out with the final part sometime this year.
Yeah, but sprite animation is a lot harder to work with.
yeah.
Like
I'm not dissing Shovel Knight. I mean, I didn't even Kickstart. I wish I did, but I mean, I bought the game on 2 different platforms years ago, and I'm still getting so much out of it. So.
Yeah, I bought it for PS4 and on Vita.
Yeah.
How the fuck was that not?
So wait a second. No, you shouldn't have to do that. It's crossplay. Because I got it on PS3 and it worked on my PS4.
Okay, then I don't think I bought it twice. Then.
Yeah.
What else did you... Wait,
I
bought it on Steam.
Yeah, I had it on Steam.
I bought it on Steam.
Yeah, I got it on Steam because it wasn't on
anything else. But I never used it. I'm like,
my
my code's still waiting for me.
No, I beat it on Steam, and then now I wanted to play on PlayStation 4. I went on Steam one more time to fight the Battletoads, and that was about it. But
honestly, Steam is like, I want this game, but I'm not going to play it.
Yeah,
that's what I buy it on.
That's what it's kind of like, because like, my feeling of PC gaming in general, it took us like an extra half hour to set up because I had to upgrade to Windows 10. That just fucked up.
Because you got the Xbox PC pass.
Yeah, and in order to do that, they're like, hey, before you can play our games, you got to update to our latest version of Windows. Like, you bastard.
Since you paid us already.
Yeah, $1. But I mean, hey, whatever.
Hey.
So I've been playing the game Xbox Game Pass, and it's buggy as hell. Like it's just.
You knew it was gonna be buggy.
Yeah, it's a beta, so but it's. I mean, it just takes forever to download anything, and it crashes constantly. But I mean, hey, I've been paying $1 and playing games that been meaning to play for ages, like Sunset Overdrive and all of that. So
how is Sunset Overdrive?
It's good. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see that Spider-Man on PS4 it has its DNA. Like a lot of it just really
the movement.
Yeah.
Too bad they didn't put any of the fucking tricks from that.
Yeah.
4 tricks, Spider-Man.
They gotta should just do that for DLC. I mean, they keep on adding suits. They even added the new Spider-Man
Far From Home suit.
Yeah, but they can't just do some new moves for DLC.
And I will say this, sorry, but that suit not as iconic as the Tobey Maguire. No one lost their shit when they saw the Far From Home suit.
I don't know, the Tobey Maguire suit.
The Tobey Maguire web suit.
I don't know if this is the hill to die on.
At this point, it's more of a troll than anything.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. We can. I guess this is directly.
I want the Tobey Maguire voice pack. Or the DLC where you can do the jazz dance.
Now apparently there might be a way they can cross the universe. I don't know if they will, but the end of Far From Home has a character played by an actor from the Tobey Maguire movies.
Is it James Franco?
No. He died in it. No, but it's J. Jonah Jameson played by J.K. Simmons.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
Yeah. So that's an interesting thing. We're probably going to have to cut that because I don't know how early, if people care, but But
he's like the perfect.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like people are like, we can't get anybody else.
Really, how much of a spoiler is that?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's a post credits thing, but it's a cool thing.
Does he just walk in there like, God damn it, Parker!
Well, he's like in the game, in the Spider-Man game, where he's more of an Alex Jones type character. Where
he has his own podcast.
Yeah, like a conspiracy show, like a right-wing conspiracy show.
I love that. Yeah. Honestly, that was like the most entertaining shit to listen to while swinging around as Spider-Man.
Yeah, and it's a good way to it's a good spit on him because I mean, Nobody reads newspapers anymore.
No.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
also, fuck Spider Cop. That shit was annoying.
Yeah.
Who wanted that? Who thought? What fucking blue-haired land whale thought that was gonna be
That's
good?
stupid, yeah.
Fire the Korean person who did that. It's so funny because it's like a cop with a spider.
To the Korean community, this is coming from Dan. Direct any of your inquiries or complaints to Dan. Okay.
No, see, Koreans know what's up. Asians, they rip on other Asians.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like the Mexican of Asians.
Yeah.
I'm mostly Filipino.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, generally, when you hang around other Asians, they tend to say the most racist shit about other Asians.
It's like Italian people.
Yeah.
Except Italians versus the world.
Yeah.
Apparently, Asians, we just know what's up.
Yeah. It's very true. Very true.
Okay, here's the most fucked up thing.
Okay.
Not all Chinese people are like this, but most Chinese people. Mainland versus Hong Kong.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's fucking weird between them.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that. But when I was in college, there was a fucking turmoil.
Koreans, North Koreans, and South Koreans have.
Well, that's a little.
I mean, there's a deeper reason. Yeah.
That's like talking about the Viet Cong War. It gets a little deep at that point.
We're such an all-encompassing show.
We're probably the most diverse show you could ever listen to. If only there was a white fucking guest that actually showed up for shit.
We put the offer out to him all the time, but sometimes he gets to run 30 minutes before showing up.
Sometimes Overwatch just calls to him. Who knows?
So, maybe someday. The offer's always out there, but pigs can fly too.
Yeah.
So, Dan, other than that, how have you been?
Not too bad. Actually, I got some mail from a friend of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Calcium chloride.
Yeah, from one of our many unaired episodes. That was due to poor technical errors, but...
You were on a phone on a Google Hangout.
Yeah.
And your voice levels, you sounded like God talking to us.
But she's agreed to be on the show again?
Yeah, she said she'll come on.
Okay.
Sometime. We got to actually figure out how to record.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe now that, my sound drivers are all updated and changed around because of the new Windows 10 update, it might be easier to use that or something. But I'll tinker with it. Maybe I'll do a couple test runs prior to. Yeah,
she actually sent me a little thing, and also I was gonna give it to you, but you also I don't know if you'll use this.
Okay.
It's a Crash Team Racing, one of those car scent things.
Oh, the air fresheners. Yeah.
I was like, you like Crash Team Racing?
I kind of like Crash Team Racing. I don't know if I told you,
you're
but
a bigger Crash fan than me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's that. I mean, I played more Crash Bandicoot. I was never like Railroad Crash Bandicoot. Overall, Mario was always the best platform mascot.
Yeah.
In terms of no, I bought Crash the new one.
I know you bought CTI.
And I returned it in a day.
Holy shit!
Yeah. I was like, okay, this isn't quite the same game.
Wait, EB Games?
No, Amazon.
Oh, nice.
I guess said,
you can return open games?
It was a risk. I did it, and I guess said, I got the gift. I got it as a gift from my nephew, and I put his birthday card inside, so I had to open it. But then I realized he already had a copy from his mom or something like that, and it worked. So,
okay, well,
but yeah, I mean,
I
mean, I know that Amazon's probably listening in on me somehow. But.
They listen to everything.
Yeah.
Right?
So my bad. Won't happen again. But I've given you guys enough of my money. I subscribe to Prime. So one $45 game isn't gonna break the bank, guys.
Yeah. Jesus.
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, I played it a bit, and this wasn't. I don't know. I'm sure it could be fun, but I feel like they've changed it up a lot. It doesn't feel the same way it did.
I have the original Crash Team Racing. I think unless I gave it away.
Oh, they changed it up so much that you have to always be drifting. Before
so it's Mario Kart DS.
Yeah, it's like you've just got to be hardcore. I played the first race and it was a struggle just to stay in first place. I got first place and won, but I was like this is the first stage and it's already this hardcore. I was falling into fifth place nothing.
So you had to go initial D on it, eh?
Yeah.
If you ain't out of control, you ain't in control.
Yeah. It's it should have been changed to Crash Team Racing Tokyo Drift because you got to drift all the time. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not too wild about that. And I'm sure it's a solid game, but I know I wouldn't have time to commit to it to get good at it.
All right, then I'll save the car freshener for myself.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm not going to use it, but
I guess
put it in a
Deckard,
box.
yeah, something. Yeah.
Put it in a box with a bunch of the stuff I got from Loot Crate. Just look at it.
Yeah, there you
then
go.
Close the box
collection.
forever.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's kind of like what I guess got my Hollow Knight the collector's edition today, and in the mail, like maybe an hour before we got here. And it's the same thing. It came with the game in a box. I'm probably never gonna open the box, and it's got all the weird shit and like a bunch of cards and some.
Are you actually gonna open the physical edition?
No, I mean I already have it on my PlayStation.
I know. Like,
so it's like it's
a collector's edition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
I got you. Is
that? I mean, certain collector's editions I'm gonna open up like Death Stranding, which
Cyberpunk.
and Cyberpunk, which are both like over $300. But I mean, I'm not gonna.
There's a fucking statue.
Yeah. I'm gonna be using those, and the big
and the
baby. I'm gonna have the big baby for
the baby in a tank.
Yeah, it's just, thank God I already have a girlfriend, and she's at least moderately into geek shit, so I can justify having.
Man. If I wanted to, Eric's like, look what I got in the mail, and she had a baby in a tank. I'm like, peace out, baby. Peace out, girl. Hey, girl, I forgot something in my truck. I gotta go grab your bag.
But right now, I mean, I feel like if she can forgive all the Mega Man and Psychonaut stuff I've got laying around here, a big baby and a test tube or whatever it is won't be what breaks it.
Yeah, just as long as I don't walk down here and there's like a mannequin sitting on the couch.
Wait, I didn't tell you about Tatiana? Yeah, we keep her locked away and chained to the radiator.
You go, what do you call it, the eating club?
Yeah.
Like in Detroit Become Human? You make the other one watch. His name is Jeffrey. You just put him in the closet with a little creak open so he can watch you.
Yeah.
This is kind of fucking weird.
It's a whole new niche. Silicon cuckolds.
Yo, we're gonna lose all our liberal people. They don't like that word. I mean, then again, I did say blue-haired women.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I think your review of Booksmart is enough to alienate anyone in that spectrum of liberal.
Someone who's very leftist.
Yeah.
We accept everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I lean left in some things, and then certain things, and this is my own direction. Certain things, I'm fiscal areas, and maybe a little right wing and things, but
yeah, we want money.
Yeah,
we like capitalism.
Yeah. And like my idea of socially liberal seems to be different from what liberals call socially liberal. Like I'm just like, my view is people should do what they want as long as it doesn't fuck with anybody.
Yes.
But then
not extremist.
Yeah. So but in terms of trying to like force your views on people, it kind of defeats the point. I don't see how it's liberals. It's fascist in some way. But yeah, this show has become the
what the fuck?
Yeah,
do we need to hit the reset button on this?
I think just we run with it. Fuck it, we run with it. But yeah, we've talked about like geopolitics. And
we need to talk about now that we're talking about social issues, The Little Mermaid. We don't have much to say on it.
Yeah, it came out this week that, as you know, Disney's been doing their live action versions of their animated classics. And the next one on the list is Little Mermaid. First, they said that Melissa McCarthy is playing Ursula. And,
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, and I would have picked Octavia Spencer.
I was going to pick Roseanne.
Fuck.
Or Louis Anderson. Have you seen him on...
Yeah, Baskets? Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
Roseanne, though, would be such a controversial pick. She'd tell Ariel that she looks like an ape or something. But
get out of here, you banana munching motherfucker.
I thought you were Jewish, is what she would say, apparently.
Damn!
And then they announced that little kid from Room and all those movies is playing
Eric,
one of the fish. Well, the fish.
Oh, he's gonna play.
He's the yellow fish friend. I can't remember his name now. It's been a while. But yeah, he's playing that guy and has someone else. So they rolled those characters out, and then they said, "Oh, and bam, Ariel is gonna be played by Halle Bailey," which she thought was Halle Berry.
Yeah, well, that's what Erica told me. I was like, "Who the fuck is he?" What? I'm like, it's controversial because she's almost 50. Yeah. I don't mind seeing Halle Berry in a bikini.
I wouldn't either. No, I mean I wouldn't.
Swordfish it up. You know what I'm saying?
It's a young black or African American actress, which I mean Ariel
Halle Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey.
Yeah, as like in the Disney version, she was a white girl with red hair, and that's been a known kind of trademark feature for her. So I saw that and I was like, yeah, I mean it's based off of a fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen, and in the original version, it didn't say any specific physical features other than being a mermaid. So I'm not too upset about it, but.
It is kind of weird, though.
Well, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not hardcore about it, but what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm just like, this movie all in itself was unnecessary.
Yeah, well, they all are, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, I can understand why people don't care, and I can understand why people are pissed.
Yeah.
Because some people, they have Ariel tattooed on their fucking body.
Well, the thing is, it's not like it's going to erase that Ariel. That Ariel's still there. That's animated Ariel.
Yes,
I don't know.
but
Like
it's not like they chose a black girl for Belle or a white person for Jasmine.
Well, certain things, it's like those are very, again, as I was saying,
it's
just geographically specific. Like those are Belle's in France, medieval France, or not medieval France, but they're Victorian. Like I don't even know they're the Moors, but yeah.
But I mean, they weren't allowed to talk too much.
But in her era, it was the kind of thing like okay. And you can't have Hispanic girls Mulan or something, or you can't have but they did kind of change Jasmine because Jasmine is Middle Eastern, and but they had a half Indian, half white girl as Jasmine in the movie. But I mean that still passes because she's, I guess, passes the paper bag test or whatever.
But, the khakis test.
Yeah, but and we're all saying all kinds of shit.
Naomi, she's alright. But no, I'm just like, yeah, I get it. Some people are attached to it. Yeah. Like when I saw what Michael Bay did to the Transformers.
Oh, well, that's a case.
No, but it's the same shit.
No, because Transformers was the original property. Like this is, I mean, you could say that you're basing it off, even though the characters, I'm sure all those other characters weren't in the Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale. But it's like, because the roots are Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, and it's kind of a mythological character. Yeah,
but they're not. They base it off the character, but Disney made its own characters based off of it.
Oh yeah, well I'm saying
because the mermaid in Little Mermaid, I don't think its name was Ariel.
It is based off the cartoon. It's definitely.
She's not gonna feel the pain of 1,000 needles every time she walks, and she ain't turning into sea foam, and Eric ain't going blind.
But at the same rate, it's their property. I say.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. They should do whatever they want with it. I'm just saying, I get it. People are attached to it. I felt betrayed when I saw Optimus Prime's fucking vagina face pop out.
Yeah, well.
You know, and a Bumblebee had no fucking voice, and he looked like a way sicker car than he should have been.
The other issue, too, is that we haven't seen any of the design. This is kind of like what Disney did with Mary Jane. Because MJ is a biracial girl in that. And I'm surprised it didn't seem
Actually, you know what? Why is it all the white redheads that are getting X'd out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, I think it's just they saw what Mary Jane looked like in the fucking Sony was. They were like, fuck, that casting is fucking weird.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought...
Fuck these gingers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's her name? Wasn't ginger. Kirsten Dunst. She has dyed her hair red.
No, I know. They're like, I don't know, man. This looks a little weird.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Like, it's...
I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
I have no issues with it. And again, we haven't seen the actual character design, so I think that's where the real issues will come. Like, again, you can do anything, like as you talked about, Optimus Prime, it was the character design. Because, I mean, they had Peter Cullen, for example. But I mean,
I wanted them to make Optimus Prime look like Optimus Prime.
Well, I think he looked more like him in that... the
final
one?
The
Bumblebee one.
Well, yeah, because they used the G1 designs, because that wasn't Michael Bay, was it?
No, it was the guy who did Leica. Those are the Leica movies.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like Michael Bay, he fucking fuglied up those Transformers.
And the Ninja Turtles.
Holy fuck. Don't get me started on that one. But, that's why I'm like, okay, I get it. Yeah. I get we want our white redhead girls, whatever. But I'm also
they can wait for Asylum. I'm sure Asylum will do their version.
Or, you know what? There will be a Netflix ripoff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Asylum does like.
Are they the Netflix ripoff company?
I mean, their stuff is on Netflix. It's like everywhere. Yeah, but they do things like when Iron Man came out, they did Metal Man. When Transformers came out, they did Transmorphers. All those kinds of things.
So you know what?
Sometimes they're more entertaining than the real movies. Yeah.
I just wish they'd chosen someone a little more my taste.
This is part of Dan's rating system for movies: is how attractive the actress is.
Come on, no, she just looks too young.
Okay, she's supposed to be 16, so...
Yeah, but so was Aladdin.
Was he supposed to be 16? No way. Really? Unless it changed, because that actor looked like he was...
Aladdin was originally played by Steve from Full House.
Yeah, I know that much. But the live action one, the guy looked like he was like 35 or
kicking up 30s, yo. Yeah. He's been doing nothing for a whole long time. After all the jumping, he's like, my sore back.
He's the 30-year-old guy who still goes to the all ages nightclubs.
Oh shit! He's the one with the wristband. The alcoholic wristband at the roller gardens.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It's not a big issue for me personally. I don't know if I'm sure I'll probably watch it with my girlfriend at some point. She watches all of them. I know her sister-in-law is a big fan, so they'll probably see it together.
Erica's already pre-ordered the tickets for Lion King.
Ugh, and that's one I have least interest in.
I thought you'd be all.
I'd rather.
I thought you'd be like, hey, it's Danny Glover, it's Beyonce.
Donald Glover.
Yeah. Sorry, Danny Glover.
I'd love to see Danny Glover.
Sorry, Danny Glover's in Jumanji.
Oh yeah, the new one. Yeah, I saw that.
And he's played by what's that little black
Kevin
guy?
Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Who does a good impression.
Oh
of
my
him.
God! Have I been turned into a tiny athletic black child?
So yeah, no, he does a good impression of him. So I'll see. I mean, Danny Glover has my favorite one-liner of all time. At the end of Lethal Weapon 2, the villain always like he always got away with things by saying diplomatic immunity. So at the end, he like says it, and then a big close up, he pulls up the gun, and he's like, "You motherfucker!" And then he shoots the guy in the head, and he goes,
It's just been revoked.
More than RoboCop 3, where you're fired.
RoboCop 3,
No,
that's a
what-
piece of shit.
Which one?
Like he shoots the guy with a rocket or something?
Yeah, he's like-
I guess so. I fucking hate that movie though.
The one with the robot that can't walk upstairs.
Oh no, that's the second one. That's the first one. First one is one Ed 209 where he trips him down the stairs.
I thought the first one was where he just gets murdered by Red from.
That's the first one. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the one where the cop is like, "You can't shoot me"?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. The OCP guy. He doesn't say you're fired though. He looks
intimidated or
he looks at the old guy who runs the company, and then he says, "You're fired." The guy name's Dick. He elbows Dick, and he like says, "Thank you" or something like that. Then he shoots him like 3 times, and he flies out the window. But does he have a line? I can't remember.
He does have a line.
Okay,
we're
gonna watch it. You know what?
Like you've been terminated or something like that. We gotta look it up.
Yeah, we gotta watch this now. We gotta settle this.
Now it's time to erase that mistake. I want a chopper, now! We will walk to the roof very calmly. I will board the chopper with my hostage. Anybody tries to stop me, the old geezer gets it. Dick, you're fired!
Thank you.
He said thank you.
I'm proud to admit that I've watched the movie a countless amount of times. So.
Honestly, the best part of the RoboCop movie is like the first 5 minutes where they just fucking
They
light him up, man.
No, there's a lot of awesome stuff in that movie. It's like that, and it's like I was exposed to that movie when I was really young.
I think we were like what, 3 or 4?
I think it might have come. Yeah, it must have come out when we were like.
It might have come out the year we were born.
Yeah, or like either that or close. Either we were born or babies, but yeah, we were.
Well, by the time we were old enough to look at things, it was on TV.
Yeah, and my brothers would always rent it, and I think the first time I saw it was about 3 or 4. But yeah, I remember seeing all the stuff. It was uncut. You see all the guy getting shot to hell, his arms falling off, and all of that.
Oh, yeah. You know what the weirdest shit was? When parents would let you watch movies and there was sex scenes in it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, okay, that's where my parents were more conservative. Like the thing, I remember.
See, my mom, she didn't give a shit.
It's the weirdest thing. I remember I went to see American Psycho with my mom, and I was
What
like,
the fuck?
I don't know why I convinced her. Yeah,
This is fucking too dark. Yeah, I went to go see what's that fucking one with Tom Cruise?
Oh.
Me and my dad.
Did you actually?
No.
Oh yeah,
You are fucked up.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the Stanley Kubrick movie.
Eyes wide shut.
Yeah, Eyes Wide Shut.
Me and my dad just started talking about 8 balls on the ride home.
But no, so I went to see American Psycho with her, and it was like she wasn't even upset by the violence in it. It was like she said she's uncomfortable seeing the sex scenes, and I was like, did you watch the movie where the guy is like chopping people up with a chainsaw and like?
Yeah, but the best part about that is the business card scene.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's my favorite part of that movie. Is when it's just you don't even fucking get it when you're looking at the card. You're just like,
yeah.
This shit matters to this guy so much. We have not talked about a video game yet. Have fun editing this one, man.
It's always the same. So anyway,
it's just us introduces it and then straight into Mario Maker. Yeah, I cut 60 minutes.
Yeah, I think Yeah, so due to the nature of the show, there was about a 45-minute discussion about absolutely nothing. So we're just gonna jump right to Mario.
We
Maker
had
2.
5 minutes of discussion about Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we planned.
This is like
This is back to year 1, man.
Yeah,
we
this-
regressed.
Yeah, we missed a week. We lose it all.
We went on vacation.
It's
We
like-
got all fucked up.
It's like playing a Souls game or something. You lose, don't play for a week and then you come back and it's a
No,
Soul.
it's the RPG where you have that save that was 40 hours in. You came back from camp, you're like, what the fuck do I do?
So, that all aside, let's get to the games. So, Mario Maker 2 came out last Friday. And actually, when I got it, I think I played it for like a minute, but I got...
You played it at Guys?
Yeah, I got more into it, or got into the game actually, when we went to our friend's house for Guys Night last Friday.
Mario Maker with 4 players?
Yeah, fuck.
Unplayable. And there's always someone fucking it up.
Yeah, someone. I wonder who that person is. I mean, he might be in the room.
Might be me.
Yeah.
But I know that, well, see, the thing is where I know that individually, each of us could have beaten that level.
Yeah, that's what...
So that I purposely set out to kill all of you so I could beat the level.
Well, and another thing is that... yeah, because the next day after that, I went back and I played the levels. Okay, they're not hard at all. Playing them on my own. And I think Rajesh picked it up too, and he said the same thing.
Yeah,
like
Rajesh picked it up.
Yeah, so...
But that's why I turned that shit into Friday the 13th so that we could pass the level.
Yeah, it's like he would just like because the way the mechanics work is like for playing local multiplayer.
The Japanese J to get to that.
Oh, that was a process, wasn't it?
That was fun.
Yeah.
Course bot.
Yeah. We had to do. It was like we went to all different kinds of things with the menu, and it was like we had to all pull out our phones and look at how to do it.
I go. I bet you there's a way. It's just Japanese fucked up.
Yeah. And it was one way, and there's like you tried that, even that didn't work, and it's like okay, you got to do this, and it's like when it got to the actual part, I was like, how the fuck would you guess that?
This is for kids.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, it's like local multiplayer is definitely a thing where the way it works is that if you have to be in the same screen, you're sharing the same screen. So if one person scrolls out of it, then they like pull the whole screen up, and then everybody else dies.
Whoever is not in the screen dies.
Yeah, and you know.
So the worst part though is if one of your friends falls off the cloud, and then the screen follows their ass.
Yeah, no, that happens so
Everyone
often.
up top dies,
Yeah.
and then when the person hits the ground, they die.
So often. And again, a lot of the levels are designed for single player. Some player levels are actually designed specifically for multiplayer. And the other thing is that if you're multiplayer for the game, if you're playing online, everybody has their own screen. So I think
I still think it'll follow the.
no, I played it.
Oh,
I've played some.
you've gone off screen?
Yeah, so like everyone goes their own area because it's like a race, right?
Oh, okay. So it's
people-
more like Four Swords when you have
Yeah,
multi screens.
so you can go in your own directions and all that. And I mean, my only issue with that is that it's like this is a fucking 2D platformer. And I'm getting a lot of lag issues in it. Like playing and it's like
Yeah.
But Nintendo's always been behind the curve.
Well, that
online.
plus also, since it's all like player created content.
Yeah.
I think that people just go the fuck off with all.
So
the
some people break it. That's another issue I was going to get into. So the whole game overall, this is my first Mario Maker game. I didn't have a Wii U. You don't have
a Wii U, bro?
One of many people who never got the Wii U.
I got a Wii U.
Yeah.
That was a gift for Erica. Oh man.
Yeah. You told me about that on the ride home the other day.
Fuck. She made me play. She's making me play Super Mario 3D World. I was like, fuck.
I didn't mind it. I played with my nephew.
It was
niece
okay,
had it,
but 3-starring every course.
No, that's kid. No, that's psychotic. Yeah,
Man, it turns a video game into work.
Yeah, well, that's how I felt about another game trying to platinum it, which we'll talk about a little later. I mean, I'm getting more and more into it. It's a deep game. Obviously, there's the maker feature for it, which they had just millions of features now to it. There's they have a story mode in it, which is actually kind of engaging. But the story mode, I actually wish it incorporated world building a bit more into it. You can apparently do stuff to the levels, but it's only if you keep dying on a stage. Luigi will come up and say, "Hey, I see you're kind of sucking in the stage. How about you build stuff to make it easier for yourself?" And it's like, I don't want to do that, so I don't do it. But
just build yourself a tunnel from one end to the other.
Yeah. So I kind of wish that the story mode was built to kind of like teach you some of the tricks to it.
Kind of like how Little Big Planet did it.
Yeah, so you like play a stage and it's like, oh, you can do this feature, so I add this to it, and you can go on. So your challenge for a stage will to make a stage to do things. But it does, on the other hand, kind of give you ideas for it, because each level is kind of designed around a mechanic. So it'll say the cranes can pick up an object and move it over, so you kind of learn how they work. So it's like, oh, okay, they do that, so I can do that in my own thing. And you also unlock certain tools in the main game apparently for it. So I like that aspect. The and then the actual just levels built by people, it's real touch and go. Like you saw some of them.
It's like any player created content. There's 90% garbage, and people try to draw boobs or dicks in it.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen the boobs or dicks. A lot of this is people being trolls. Like,
Oh, so it's not like the Smash courses where it's like fight on top of a naked woman.
No, I haven't caught that yet. I've just found stages that are just unplayable. Like people just like. It'd be like you're in a room with full of walls, and then they'll drop a bunch of beetles and Koopa Troopas on you, and you can't really do anything. Or it's just psychotic death traps that you can't actually navigate through. So like
People go Saw mode, eh?
Yeah, some people do make levels that do feel like a Mario game, or some people like have that with like the weird little challenges to add to it. I actually made my first level last night. It's not a long level, but we'll see. It's a Mario 1 style level. I kind of, for some reason, I like the idea of the Mario 1 levels having new tiles, because out of all of them, that's the one that had such little diversity in the level styles. So seeing new tiles in that kind of game is kind of it would be back in the day. That's what I thought Lost Levels would be, as opposed to just harder versions of the original levels.
Yeah, it's nightmare mode.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for that. I mean, I'm getting into it. Now that I've beaten Bloodstained, I'm putting more time into sticking around with this game. All right, and now I guess we can just go into Bloodstained.
All right, now we've both beaten Bloodstained.
Yeah.
We took very different paths.
Yeah, very much so. So I played the game the way that you're supposed to play it. Like I'd level up. Sometimes I'd grind a bit, and then I just go through levels, go get my items, craft a bit. But I was just playing through to have a moderate challenge. It wasn't too hard of a game, in all honesty, to me. The hardest issues were some of the crazy, obtuse, just Castlevania 2 style stuff they added to it. Like towards the end, to get to a certain area,
you had to cut the fucking moon.
Yeah, so you get a weapon from Zangetsu, and they don't tell you what to do with it. And
you have to read the description of the sword.
Okay.
Though. That's how I figured that out. When you said, hey, there's something fucked up about that final boss. And then I was like looking at the moon, and I had to kill him with the sword. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna chop the fucking moon. Actually, you know what? Makes more sense than that crystal from Castlevania 2.
Yeah.
Okay, that shit was.
Yeah,
fucking,
Jesus Christ.
No help.
No. Yeah, they guess pretty much just gave you like a rope, and then told you to climb across like the Grand Canyon with it.
No, I mean I honestly think that one was designed so that people would have to call it the Nintendo strip line.
It had to be. Yeah, like there's no way you can't actually figure that out. There's no way to figure that out. Like, what could you do?
I don't know if it's in the Japanese version, but there's supposed to be a tome that tells you.
Okay.
That says like if you pray to the gods while holding this ruby or some shit like that.
Yeah, so maybe that's a bit.
I think there just was no flavor text that was translated.
Yeah, they didn't know they had a more direct translation, something was lost in there or something. I don't know.
Back then translations were...
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, even now, it's kind of...
yeah, I've seen some...
The localizations where they just turn full characters into talking about rice and shit.
But your play style, though...
I turned my girl into a god.
Yeah. You did the same thing you did in Mega Man 11, where you just kind of front-loaded it.
Well... No, like, whenever I would get lost, and you have to, like, scour the map to figure out what the fuck happened.
Yeah. I'd
be like, you know what? I just want to kill things. So I'm going to farm the shards that I like to use, which was sword expertise, because I liked... And then I found the Shovel Knight armor, and the Shovel Knight summon, so I wanted to play as the Shield Knight. So I ended up farming an 8-bit coin and buying the shield. That shield blocks attacks. Like, full out... Could be it was blocking endgame attacks. So I just started using that, and I upgraded it to the 32-bit coin version. And then with all the extra shards I wasn't using, I bought about 40 pizzas. She had, like I told you, she had more pizzas than the Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Easily.
So she was invincible. She really was. Well, I uploaded some things where I beat the last 2 bosses in what 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
It's really
on my first playthrough. And
effortless.
I was like, damn.
Mind you, I didn't have any trouble with the last bosses myself, but I didn't go through it that way. But yeah, the last bosses were actually no threat to me, especially the very final form boss.
On the 3rd try of beating basically Alucard.
Yeah, that's what I had trouble with him.
On the 3rd try, I killed him in under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's how jacked my chick was. Well, because she blocks attacks when you attack. And then you use the Shadow Tracer to double it.
Mm-hmm, that was my favorite one.
Her attack was over 200. So, I mean, you had probably a little bit more of a challenge and a little bit more fun. But I'm an old school RPG gamer, I told you. You level up to you're a god. And you know, I like to break games.
Yeah, clearly.
I want the game to know I fucking beat it.
So, you know, I'm definitely more of like, I like a good balance. I like a challenge. I like to experience some difficulty, but not like super. Like, I don't like Sekiro again. I'll always bash that game. Like that was just.
Maybe that's why I like Sekiro more than you, because I made my guy.
Oh, you grinded the hell out of it?
Not just grind the hell out of it. I looked at all I basically for the first playthrough that I restarted.
Yeah.
I looked at all the skills and I was like, okay, that's trash. That's trash. That's trash.
Yeah.
Because I bought some useless ones.
Yeah, there were a lot of useless ones. I mean, I think most of the game had such a shitty leveling system.
If you plan out how your guy is going to be in Sekiro, he'll be good.
Yeah.
You'll have some time with it. But you already sold that, right?
Oh, long ago.
Yeah.
Long ago. Yeah.
But
I'm not getting it again.
Bloodstained, honestly, New Game Plus is kind of boring. I mean, once you've been a god once.
Yeah. Well, I didn't bother.
No, but also like I took off all her weapons and she was still one-shotting enemies.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Although the best part about New Game Plus is you can keep the spiked armor.
Nice.
So
you can run right through, yeah.
Because
so you can go right to the end then, right?
Not really. I mean, you still need to unlock all the.
Oh, you still have to
skills.
unlock them. Okay.
Right, but no, like I hated. Like I like it, and I don't know why it felt weird in this game. I hated breaking lamps. It was such a chore in this one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. But maybe in
issue,
the last ones I was using the claymore, which is a lot slower.
Okay.
And that thing can reach everything.
Yeah.
This one I was using the sword, which reaches fuck all.
Yeah, fair.
You have to get up and close and personal with that.
I was using Deathbringer that had a
the two-handed great axe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used that one at first. Too slow.
Yeah, well, I used the shard to enhance the speed on it, so that's fine. I didn't mind it.
You know me.
Yeah,
Dex build.
Super Dex.
Super Dex.
And I'm used to the fugs in Dark Souls, so.
Yeah, like me, I like my chick to run around like a ninja.
Although the heavy weapons in Monster Hunter are too heavy for me.
They're too slow.
Yeah.
So
But yeah,
there's that.
Which we should get back to soon. Actually.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
Bring out my character. Yeah. Again, you notice my character's outfitted with like flash grenades and shit. He's crafting in the field like MacGyver. But overall, this was a great game.
No, I love it. It's definitely going to be my top of the year.
It is one of the top of the year.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I wanted, maybe just a little off base.
Off base? Yeah, well, there are too many, and...
There's too many, and so many of them are useless.
Yeah.
Which is nice because you can sell them.
Yeah.
But the thing I hate more than that, Healy items are garbage.
They're terrible, yeah. I'll agree with you on that part, yeah.
So that's why it pays to craft food, because then you can just buy it from the store.
Yeah.
Also, I hate that little girl.
Yeah. The Cockney accent. Cockney accent.
I didn't get to hear David Hayter in the game, because when they found that little girl, I turned the game off, went back to the title screen, switched that shit to Japanese audio.
Oh, yeah, that's like me in Mega Man 11 hearing the Elijah Wood knockoff voice for Mega Man in that thing when it's like making it sound like a little Japanese girl.
Yeah, I turned Mega Man into Japanese.
Right away,
audio
switched to Japanese. Yeah.
I was like, I can't do this.
Although the guy who voiced Mega Man was Johannes in this one.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Why did he sound like a bitch?
Yeah.
He kind of just sounded like a white dude.
Yeah, it sounded like a British dude. Yeah,
Miriam.
I'm trying to platinum it. So far, I've gotten most of them. There's certain things like the map completion, which is a bit of a pain because like little areas. So I had to like pull up a map on my screen and just like do.
I'm at 99.2.
Yeah, it gets harder as the less you have, the harder it gets to figure it out. What's left.
I don't know what I was like. I looked at it, I was like,
there's one area. The last area that I found was back in the Oriental Lab or whatever it's called. And it's like an area that he had to use the teleportation ability to get through a wall to get to.
Oh, really?
So it might be that.
There is a teleport area where there's a chest.
Okay, it was like you have to go down and around for it. I mean, you can technically go through by doing the warp, but if you use the dimension shift ability, it's easier to get there. And I used to use that, and I got there.
Honestly, after this, it was so good after this game. I turned on my Vita. I was like, let's take Curse of the Moon, baby.
I've been fiending for that too, but I played a bit of it before it came out, or during the time I was waiting for my copy to get, and I was playing that. Plus, at work, don't tell the people, but I was playing the Castlevania collection on the Switch. But yeah,
I was going to buy that today. Although also on sale there is Nefarious.
What's that one again?
It looks like Mega Man.
Okay.
But you play as the bad guy. You have to steal the princess.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've seen that. I know I have seen that.
And then there's like one level where you're basically Dr. Robotnik. You're in a machine. You're swinging around like this ball and chain.
Yeah. Okay, I have seen that actually.
It's on sale for like $5.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Although I think after this I'm gonna go to GameStop. I'm like, I need something new.
While Dan's on the hunt, we'll just call it a show. Believe me, you guys heard a lot less. So, all right. On that note, we're taking off, and catch you guys next time.
If you have any crazy gaming topics or stories you want us to talk about, or just want to contact us, go ahead and send us an email to bithudgames@gmail.com or slide into our DMs on our Instagram. You can find us at BitHud Podcast. All the links are on our show page or in the description.